I do know about a lot of alien stuff is moving forward, and the new trailer dropped for Romulus, which is the last one. And also there's news on the TV show. I've been asked about that a million times. So can we talk about Alien?
We get no intro this time. We're just talking. We're just jumping right in.
You didn't have it? I had it. You didn't have it?
No, just like 2 seconds after it started.
Okay. Womp womp womp. It's okay, but I'm sorry you didn't hear it like we heard it out in the chat. But it's gonna be good. It's time for some hot not hot takes. Time for some. Can we talk? Oh my God, my brain. It's time for us to talk about aliens, everybody, because Aliens is moving forward, and the new Alien Romulus trailer dropped just recently, and I'm really excited about this movie. They're saying it's gonna scare the crap out of us. It's gonna scare the crap out of you. That's what they're saying. I'm going to say it's going to scare the shit out of you. Is that true? Is it not true? I don't know. But also on top of that, we have a TV show I've been talking about for a while. I had a lot of people ask about this Alien TV show. There's a TV show. There's this one. There's another movie happening on top of that too. But the TV show has just been named too on top of that. And it's going to be taking place in the past. And if you're wondering like what's it all about, no, this is taking place on Earth actually. It's taking place before the events of Ridley Scott's 1979 Alien classic. No. It's called Alien Earth. And it'll be a retro futuristic look before the film.
Yeah. So you can't do Earth Hive. You can't do Earth Hive.
They're doing it. Timothy Oliphant's in it. Timothy Oliphant's in it, being one of the main people. Alex Lothar. But that's a big. I remember Timothy Oliphant. People ask me about this. Like, what happened to the Oliphant show?
About this, I did not know that they were doing Earth Hive.
Yep. Oh yeah. They've been developing for a long time. The strike shut it down, and then they had to go back. It was a whole thing.
Show. I knew they were doing a TV show. I did not know they were doing Earth Hive as a TV show. That's so stupid. It's not a good concept for a TV show. It's not a good concept for anything. It worked as a comic and a book, but like as a TV show or anything, Earth Hive was a stupid concept.
Can you give a synopsis of what Earth Hive is, Lexi?
Well, okay, so aliens, like, they're parasitic, right? So they go wherever they go, they're just going to latch onto whatever they're there, and they're just going to infect it and then create more. That's how they spread. They're a plague. They're not able to breed without latching onto other species. So if they come to Earth, we're fucked. That's it. And there's not really any way to fight them. You have to get rid of the first one right off the bat, or else you're just done. Because as soon as one starts, as soon as there's eggs, as soon as there's a queen, if there's a queen on the planet, we're all done. If there's an Earth Hive,
but it's just over with, isn't
it? Yeah, you're done. Their planet's done. Earth is dead. Earth is a dead planet because we would lose our planet to the aliens immediately. We would lose our habitat. We'd have to leave. So we would have to just find a new world because, like, we would be so overrun with them. They're an invasive species. You got to think of them like, like when you take those frogs back to Australia and you see Australia get overrun with the frogs.
Cane toad.
Yeah, the cane toad. It's like that kind of thing. Think about it like that, but like with aliens.
Oh.
So I don't know the Earth Hive taking place before the first Alien film, does that imply that there was previously an infestation on Earth? Or
well, that would imply
that's the question. We're writing history.
Alien films can't even exist because our planet wouldn't be able to exist with an Earth Hive, right? Like, you can't.
Yeah, they're not giving my details. But like, how do you? I mean, you said there's already a history here we have written down for this. So how do they do that before in the books? Like, see, like how if you're already saying you can't do that, but we've done it, we're doing it. What's the idea though? How we make it happen?
Down to the very first Alien film. The very first Alien film basically presents the idea that species was wiped out by them. They're a plague. Okay. Yeah. They themselves are a plague. Like, they're not. They're a bioweapon, right? Like, isn't that essentially what they're looked at as in almost every weapon? Like, yeah, but even like other species will look at them like as a bioweapon. When you look at what the predators do with them, when you look at the way everything treats them in literature, they're always treated as like a bioweapon, or they're treated as like a plague. They're not treated as like just like a species or a creature. Like, they're not something that just like exists. Like, they're invasive. They have to latch onto something else. They procreate through whatever they're latched onto, and then they just destroy whatever that environment is. So whatever they're fly off of whatever planet they're on, they're just going to do that to the next planet they do that to.
Yeah.
So we're fucked. We're dead.
We're fucked.
We're dead immediately.
Yeah, completely. Then so it's like interesting to see why they take this route.
Predator come save us.
Maybe that's what. Maybe they're tie the Predator, and that's what'll happen. The Predator will come out and knock it all out at the end of the season, and then we'll be like, that's where we transition to the next hive. I guess I don't know.
That'd be so weird.
But you want to watch a trailer for Romulus that came out? You want to check it out? So here's the new trailer for Alien. Here we go, and I can't wait for this because honestly, Fede, who did Alvarez, who did the Evil Dead, is doing this, and Ridley said that this is actually going to be like one of the scariest, best movies he's seen. He's really excited about it. So here's the latest trailer, and the final trailer coming out in August for Alien Romulus.
Are you sure you want to do this?
There she is.
You want to break in and steal highly regulated equipment.
This could be our only ticket out of here. Should be in and out in 30 minutes.
Welcome to the Romulus Space Station.
August 16th.
This place gives me the creeps.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
What
Kind of
is
looks like
the fuck is that?
more like an alien in a lot of ways, which is funny.
Stop playing around, man. Just get out.
I'm not playing around, there's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the
I don't know,
water?
there's just something in the fucking water.
Run.
I get the impression there's a lot of face huggers in this movie.
A lot.
Like more than we're used to.
Are you alright?
There's some.
That's a chest burst.
Oh! Oh!
Tomorrow.
You're dead.
You're definitely dead.
Whatever comes.
I mean, it definitely looks better than the other Alien films.
Right?
It looks the most like an Alien film that I've seen in a long time. Is it supposed to tie into Prometheus or the other one? Or?
The originals. The originals.
Yeah, the originals. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I might even watch that later.
Well, you gotta get your popcorn bucket, so we gotta go to the theater.
Yeah, get your Alien popcorn bucket, right? That's coming out for this. But this is like, it does tie into the originals. It's a prequel. It's before all the Prometheus ones. Now, they are planning on doing another one that's a sequel to Prometheus and all that. They're doing one more. But this is in the past. There's also the TV show. So there's a lot of Alien projects moving forward. I know a lot of people were talking about like what's going on with that TV show. We mentioned it like almost a year ago. And I'm like, it is still happening. It's done. They've officially wrapped production just recently. It was like last week. And now they're in post-production for the show. This is coming out, and then after that, we'll get the sequel. I don't know if Ridley Scott's going to come back for the sequel, but I do know that he executive produced this.
Just stay
away.
He probably at this point. Like
he had that whole thing.
Know better.
Yeah, he had that whole thing before though, where he was like, he was mad because they had
he's always
taken a lot of projects from him.
He's a great director, but like. He's good at grand scale, kind of like, historic pieces. That's really what his forte is at this point in his career. I don't really feel like, I want to see him go back to doing, if he's not going to go back and do old set pieces like he did, and he's going to try to take Alien and he's going to try to take it to this grand scale that nobody asked for. We just want our tight spaces. We want, the pacing that we want from Alien. We just want you to stick to formula. Alien is something we want you to stick to formula without going a little bit too far out of, We we do kind of expect like some gunfights, you know, some aliens and that kind of stuff. Like it's an action series.
I think it's hard to talk about a formula with Alien. Even looking at the first 3 movies, those are very different films. Every single one of them. There's not really a cohesive tone to them.
Every director's kind of taken their own interpretation of Alien and done what they've wanted with it, really. Like Cameron really changed the franchise into what a lot of people see it as today. I mean, the original Alien was definitely like a horror film set in space. The second Alien is definitely an action sci-fi film. The third Alien tries to get back to formula, but just ends up using a lot of, you know, very David Fincher techniques in its presentation of the story elements and stuff, which I really like. Alien 3, it's actually one of my favorite films. I think that the story is beautiful in it in a lot of ways. I think people just need to get over the fact that they wanted more of the same, because I think of what Fincher did with it was really beautiful, and I think if he had been able to expand the story of what he wanted in there, that could have been a really great film. I think there's a lot of like potential for that to be something really special. 3 had a lot of potential. Prison, right? Yeah, Space Prison with the like weird religious cult, and there's a lot of potential for good things there, though. You know what I mean? I just think it got fucked with. There was too many hands in the pot. That's what it was with that one.
Yeah, and this feels like they're
no, who was the one where she was too maternal? Never mind.
Well, this one they're trying. It seems like they're trying to get back to that scare tactic, back to the original, maybe the original people loved, and away from like the lore where they're doing with the the Prometheus stuff, where they're doing with that. It was just kind of like we're diving into that more. Let's just get what Alien is. Let's go back to what is. There's aliens are taking you over, and they're killing people, and we're on a spaceship. Let's call it a day, and that's what they're doing for this. But Rachel, do you think that's something that's gonna like hit with people? Is it gonna revitalize this franchise for people that maybe haven't seen the original Alien movies and cause like a a burst of like Alien like satisfaction at the box office?
I feel like the series never really died. I just feel like they're really slow at putting them out. I think there's still quite a substantial fan base. I think it's one of those iconic films that is always going to have a draw. I don't think they've tapped it too hard yet. Prometheus and Covenant maybe weren't the best examples of Alien films, but I still think people are going to seek it out. I think people are going to still go to the theaters and watch them.
I think so too. I think that there is something about this in the way that, you're bringing in a new director, you're bringing a new look for it. You're kind of, trying to really delve into that horror. I think that people might just, people like to be scared, and this is really just a jump scare type deal. Lexi, again, is a big fan of all this, of the Alien franchise. Is this something, I know you said you go see it in theaters, so is this something you're like, oh, we're finally doing the right thing for the Alien franchise again?
Yeah, it looks like the director wants to, this is the Evil Dead guy. I think that there are some things in the Evil Dead remake that I could, scoff at here and there that I didn't really necessarily like here and there. But overall, I think it was a pretty solid remake. I think it was probably one of the more respectful remakes that we've covered over the years. And so he's a good director. I don't think he's a bad director. I think he's really good at his cinematography in particular. He's very good at making things look horrible. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna hit. That's one thing for sure. Like, his scenes of like gore, they're really gonna hit. Like the impact of the scenes are really good. Because that Evil Dead movie, like the scenes of gore in that movie were nasty. Like, it was a really brutal film. It was one of the most brutal films I've ever watched. So, we
had 3 fucks in the trailer. So, like, you're going to get a lot of intensity
for
here.
Sure.
Which is, I'm all about. Bring it on. Bring it on.
And it looks like, we've got the more traditional Alien designs back. It looks like we're, like you said, back to form. The marquee, use the original fonts, that kind of stuff. So I think that
Weaver is still acting. Why don't we get her involved in some of these?
No,
I know. Pop her in there. We have to de-age a little bit, which is fine. We do that all the time, though, right? They're de-aging left and right.
The question I have is,
that's true.
Are you trying to push it away from, like, because there was a lot of discussion when the Blomkamp one was being done that they want. There's a big, there's always been that push from 2 to have 3 go into its own timeline. Do you know what I'm talking about? They always wanted 3 to to kind of take the original 3 and throw it in the trash, and then they wanted to kind of push the 3 into having kind of like take 2 and then just kind of like go this way, essentially. And that's what Blomkamp was going to do, was take the original ideas of what they wanted to do with like 3, and then like, you know, have Ripley still alive and all that kind of narrative. Like,
I think a Blomkamp alien would be amazing. I like Blomkamp.
I don't know if that's what
we saw it in South Africa though.
I don't know if that's what this one was necessarily what that's what they wanted to do with this, but I know that there was a lot of discussion about kind of trying to get back into that universe, kind of throwing away 3 and 4 that had been done as well, like throwing those ones out and trying to get like that things back on track there to what the fans wanted there, and trying to course correct for what they had fucked up over the years with Alien. That's what I heard, but I don't know for sure.
I don't know. That'd be kind of a cool concept to do that too, to kind of be like, all right, we're just going to try to like refix this now and just kind of make it like how it should have been. And then I feel like that's happening sometimes in franchises in general. They're just trying to, you know, oh, let's forget about this. Just forget about this. That wasn't good. That didn't work. You know, we tried something.
Resurrection though. Resurrection's wild. That movie's insane. I love that movie. It's so stupid.
Well, that's why I'm like, just don't reboot it. Just continue whatever you're doing. Just continue to do something else. And that's what this kind of seems like. Well, let's make this an in-between movie.
And more high quality AVPs. Give me some more Alien and Predator
versus Predator. I like those actually.
If you take away Resurrection, then you take away the scene where Ripley fucks an alien, and that's like one of the greatest things ever.
I don't remember that. What? I don't remember that even.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go. Which one is this? This is Resurrection.
Resurrection, yeah.
I gotta go back and watch
it. Because she's part alien, part human. Remember? So then she's like. Yeah.
And
then they have the alien. They have the alien human hybrid. Remember? There's the alien human hybrid that's like part human, part alien. It gets sucked out the airlock at the end. It's gross.
They were just trying things. Was that the 90s, right?
Yeah, that was the 90s. Just throw stuff out the windows.
Just call it good. I think I'm surprised that Glenn Powell's not in this movie because he's doing all these 90s reboots. Like, why is he not in this? Throw him in.
Right.
He's going to be our 90s man.
He's the 90s there.
He's probably is. It's probably a cameo, and he'll be in the next one. They'll probably have a like spin-off, and they'll be like, okay, it's time for some Glenn Powell to be rocking your wavelengths again. I don't know. It's interesting to me. I am excited about this movie. I agree with you, Lexi. I'm going to go see this. Rachel, you going to go see this in theaters with Lexi, you think? Or you think it's going to be one of those things that is... Yeah, I think so. I think this is like one of those wins.
Bucket. I'm in.
I think it's one of those things that's just like, it's just a good like August movie. And usually I'm like, oh, August movie. This is a good August movie. And I think it's going to be scary, and I think it's going to be fun. Will it scare the crap out of me, though? I don't know if it'll scare the crap out of me. But yeah, I'm going to go check it out. I'll let you know if it does.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Control.